Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Arkham Draft and Die, where the trains are running and so are the investigators. We are smack dab in the middle, or rather at the beginning, of the Essex County Express and in the middle of the Dunwich Legacy. Building up our decks, getting everything set up and ready to go for the next round. We are going to be running around on the train that killed Rex and, or killed Zoe and Jim. And hopefully doing significantly better this time since our characters seem to be a little better, which has been a big deal so far. So looking at what we got going on, we got Flashlight, which is a pretty strong way to investigate, Leather Jacket, which I don't think we need immediately. I'm not sure we need I've Got a Plan very much this badly either. Both are good, but I would rather have like the ability to find more clues, and I think I really, really want these question marks because those allow us to avoid damage in some of the early parts of the train. So we're going to draw two here. Pick up another Inquiring Mind and a Manual Dexterity. Not feeling too bad about that. Evasion is certainly fine, and we're always going to have clues available to do stuff, so seems pretty cool. Checking out Nathaniel as well. Hi, Nate. What's going on? Looks like we got Safeguard. That's pretty strong. 1-2 Punch. That's really strong. Monster Slayer, Emergency Cash, and Physical Training. Allies are not going to be quite as important on this one since we're going to be trying to take care of helpless passengers pretty consistently. It would be nice to have some bonus fight actions, but I feel like Physical Training does cover that a little bit, and 1-2 Punch is so disgusting that it really cannot be helped to be, like, worth it here. It's a decent amount of fight icons. I don't think Monster Slayer is super necessary at the moment. I'd much rather have, like, boxing gloves or something. In fact, trying to find boxing gloves might be the key thing to do here. I like the will test okay, but yeah, let's try and pick up something new. Okay, Get Over Here and Monster Slayer. Okay, that's fine. I thought we had both of the Get Over Here's upgraded, but I'm going to double check our deck, and assumably not. Yeah, we just have one level 2. Okay. Rex notably only has 13 experience at the moment. It's something I should check into, but I'm not too inclined to fix it right now. It's possible that we missed something on the draft, some extra 1 XP card, but we'll see if we can find it later. For now, I think we're fine just not taking that experience and figuring it out in the later times. So we're all set up. Let's go ahead and read our setup. Recent events in the museum have forced you to reevaluate Armitage's tale about Dunwich. It cannot be a coincidence. Wilbur Whately, the Necronomicon, the creature from Dunwich, and all the people and creatures who were attacked here in Arkham, everything must be connected. You're certain now of where you must head, the lonely and dismal town of Dunwich Village. In the morning, you head to the train station in Northside and purchase a last-minute express ticket. Dunwich is several hours by train northwest along the Miskatonic River Valley. There is no train station in Dunwich, but you manage to phone one of Armitage's acquaintances in the small village, a man by the name of Zebulon Whately, who was present during the event several months ago. He agreed to pick you up at the closest station and drive you into town. As the train departs from Arkham, you feel the events the previous night catching up to you and exhaustion sets in. But before you can safely reach your destination, the train car suddenly rumbles and shakes, startling you out of your reverie. The train loudly skids to a violent halt and you hear a rattling noise behind you. So we are going to gather all the cards from the following counter sets. We already did that. Got the engine cars. We got to remove the 3 engine cars we're not using, put 6 of the train cars into play, reveal the leftmost, and add a -4 to the bag. So let's get that -4 right now. Reveal the leftmost train car. Steal passenger's luggage for 3 resources. Okay, cool. And also it's got 4 shroud on it. This is a pretty easy one and should be fairly solid, so I think we're going to be pretty happy with that. Okay, so Rex is probably going to start. He's got the flashlight, so we can investigate at like 2. We don't really need to hit this very hard, so we could just play the flashlight, investigate, and then move, and I think that'd be pretty reasonable. Rex and Nathaniel start here. The Doom's going to advance at 2. We can keep Nathaniel back to fight the monster if we want to. It has some value, I think, but I'm also like a little bit skeptical of it. I don't really know if the conductor is going to be a scary, scary customer or just like kind of a meh one. Okay, so what's going on? -X where X is one more than the agenda. Reveal another token. If you fail, you lose all your remaining actions. The Elder Heart says discard a card from your hand for each point you failed by on a -3. So right now we're on agenda 0, which means X is 1. And we've got a -3 and more -4s in the bag. So beating things by 4 is probably the most consistent way to go about things, but unless we're investing resources in it, I don't think it's hugely important. Okay, so Rex, let's go first. Flashlight, 1, 2. Then investigate 5 against 2. Is that comfy enough? Do we want to throw something at that, like unexpected courage? I think we'd rather do that for a test where we could potentially like gain something. So 5 against 2. Skull's a -1. We succeed by 2, so we pick up all the clues on this location. And we're not going to put them on the cards because we don't need them. They get discarded, I think, every round that we go. Okay, so that's action 1, action 2. Action 3, we get to move into the train car here because all the clues on the location to the left have been discovered. After you enter the train car, you must either discard from your hand with 2 total star icons or take a damage. All right. Unexpected courage. Nailed it. All right. Nathaniel, hi. Let's steal a passenger's luggage. That might do something in Return to the Dunnage. I don't actually know. We're going to play Safeguard for sure. I can emergency cash here, but I think it's better to move to Rex's location and just be there for him for other reasons. But yeah, that's a pretty good opener, I'd say. Get a Safeguard, get set up, and be ready to draw encounters and stuff. Okay, enemy phase. Oh wait, you've got to discard something. Or take 2 damage. We'll take 2 damage. I could have drawn to try to avoid taking damage there, but I mean, we've got 9 health. We're probably fine. Enemy phase, nothing happens. Upkeep, resource in a cart. Oh, boxing gloves. Level 2 even. Deduction. Level, oof, amazing. Okay, we're in good shape here. We're going to flashlight again. This time we're going to commit an Inquiring Mind to make sure we get the clues, and then we're going to move again. And Nate's going to come with us. Mythos. The Doom goes to 1. Encounters. Mysterious Chanting. Find a cultist and draw it. Okay, we need a cultist. I'd honestly like it to be the Wizard of the Order. Yep, this little bastard killed us last time, so we're going to put him on the back of the train car. Oh no, wait, hang on a sec. He advances the agenda, because we have to actually, like... When the Mythos advances, he's going to continue to accumulate Doom, and the back of the train is not going to drop off. So we actually do need to spawn an Acolyte. Let's do that one. Hi, Acolyte. This is a weird campaign. You definitely get like some interesting control over enemies because of your weird encounters, and like Mysterious Chanting is actually just like almost entirely good in those occasions, but neat. Anyways, it spawned. What else we got? Baleful Welcome. Investigate, fight, move, evade, or play. I'm going to say fight and evade because we have no monsters. Done and done. Cool. All right, that's the Mythos phase, so investigation. And yeah, it's going to be a pretty simple one, I think. Exactly our plan. Flashlight, investigate 2 against 8. 8 against 2. Okay. Do it again with the exact same Inquiring Mind. 8 against 2. Skills at -1, we get both of those clues. And then I'm going to move into the train car here. Each investigator and the freight car must test a speed. If they fail... Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that's awful. Nathaniel, are you going to move in there? Or are you going to wait? This might be a good place to wait. How you doing, bud? Oh, the Acolyte gets a Doom. It starts with the Doom. That's how it spawns. I don't think Nathaniel's going to Safeguard follow. I think Nathaniel's going to wait. We could move in next round and not have to test speed at all, which makes sense. Nathaniel is going to play Boxing Gloves. Now it would be kind of fun to punch that monster. I paid 2, and I should have paid 2 for Safeguard. Gained 3 resources. Why did we have 9? No, yeah, that's right. That's right. Because, yeah, okay, so that was 1 Boxing Gloves, 2 Emergency Cash, 6, 7, 8. 3 draw a card. We need a bunch of cards. Haunted. Oh, well, that's bad. I don't like it. Okay, enemy phase, nothing happens. Upkeep, resource, and a card. Leadership seems great. Perception seems great. End of the round. Testing 3 against 1. -2 succeeds. We don't have to test again. Cool. All right, well, this is an easy clear for Rex, so hopefully it's not going to be too much of an issue. Right-click Mythos. Doom goes to 2. The conductor flips and spawns in the leftmost location. Hi, bud. When it's defeated, you attach it to the current agenda. When the conductor's location leaves play, you instead move it 1 location to the right. Okay. So, the Acolyte's Doom is cleared, because that's what happens when that thing happens. And we go to Encounter Phase. Nate's still the lead, so right. Ancient Evils. I think I'd rather draw 2 encounters, but that's pretty rough. Emergent Monstrosity spawns on Rex, notably. We're going to go beat it up, though. And then an Acolyte spawns in the back here. Wait, no, it's got to be an empty location. Well, isn't that just annoying as heck? Alright, we'll put a Doom on you. This is what I get for, I don't know, things. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Enemy phase, or investigation phase. Nathaniel, move into this location. Emergent Monstrosity is exhausted. Does it actually... Exhaustion doesn't... No, exhausted enemies don't engage. That's how that works. Okay. So move in, and then we're going to 1-2 punch. We automatically succeed and deal 2 damage. 1-2 punch is stupid. Nah, nope. Okay, well, let's put it in our threat area, exhausted, just to keep track of it, I guess. Automatically succeed and deal 2 damage, and then we get to fight again at +3, which is 8 against 4. Am I comfy with 8 against 4? It's 7 against 4 because of Haunted. I am not comfy with 7 against 4. I'm going to throw out a Monster Slayer to be 8 against 4. I'm going to throw out a Leadership to be 8 against 4. -4 succeeds, deal 3 damage to the Emergent Monstrosity. Oh wait, no, we only deal 2 damage, so that's 4. Anyways, good job. That was action 1, action 2. Action 3... We punch 5 against 4? I mean, we can ignore the Emergent Monstrosity for 1 more turn. No, we get over here. Engage and fight this enemy here. He's got 3. I've got a stat of 6. Oh, I forgot about boxing gloves. I didn't have to commit anything. I get +2 while fighting. This is why we clone a token here and add the number. There we go. Okay, so we're actually 7 against 3 here. I'm perfectly comfy with that. We're just going to punch it. Boxing gloves. Well, actually, no. We punch it with get over here. Yep. 0 succeeds. Kill the Acolyte. And we get to search the top 6, because this is... Oh, we get to search the top 9. This is the level 2 boxing gloves. For any spirit we like. Monster Slayer, pretty good. That's the only spirit, actually. Monster Slayer it is. Cool. That's deep. Okay, Rex, hi. Your turn. So you're going to investigate with the flash... Oh, no, you don't have the flashlight. So you're currently 5, 6, 7 against 1. You're going to throw the perception as well? What happens? What can we get? A -5? That'll put us at 1 against... Here's a -5, and we'd really like to get out of this train car. So yeah, perception as well. This is... the big issue is the auto-fail, but I think I'm okay with it. 9 against 1. Oh, a bless. I'm not going to automatically fail, but I'm going to succeed by an awful lot. So I draw a card of perception, and then I pick up a clue, plus a clue for Rex's ability, plus a clue for deduction, plus a second clue for deduction for succeeding by 2 or more. The Acolyte's here is dead. We killed it. And then, It's interesting, because Nathaniel really wants to fight this Emergent Monstrosity, but Rex is definitely going to move into the train car. Can't be investigated. Spend 3 resources to discover a clue here. Okay. How are we doing on that? It's okay. You have 1 action left, so you can spend 3 resources now to get a clue. Scoop it, scoop it, scoop it. Nathaniel, are you following? It's the question when we move. You really want to fight this monster, but you also don't want to make 2 speed tests at 2. So I think we're going to safeguard out of here and just let the monster do its thing. Does it have Hunter? It does not. Okay, well, Nathaniel can just walk in and punch it later. That's fine. Hi, Emergent Monstrosity. You're annoying, but you're not too annoying. Okay, that's it. Enemy phase. Okay, this is the first time the conductor spawned. Conductor moves to the passenger car. Good job. Emergent monstrosity readies. Grows. The creature erupts from underneath one of the seats, growing ceaselessly in mass and volume, threatening to envelop the entire compartment. And the conductor doesn't have text. Okay. That's enemy phase. Upkeep. Resource and a card. Teamwork. Resource and a card. Oh, I'd be testing one against one on those. Yeah, I'm very glad I moved out of there with safeguard. Which, yeah, that is exhausted and unexhausted. Forbidden knowledge for Rex, which gives us resources as well. We don't necessarily need them, but it's cool. Rex might just end up like paying for everything this round. Okay, and then Doom goes to 1 during the Mythos phase, and the encounters are dealt. Haunting Recollections for each card in your hand. If there's a copy in your discard pile. Is there a teamwork in my discard pile? There is not. Otherwise, we discard 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't know that sorcery is in this one. Grappling Horror spawns on Rex, which is annoying, but we can just Monster Slayer that. Nathaniel's punch is so stupid high. He's actually got 7 against 3 with Haunted. I might not have to discard Haunted here. It's kind of like not that huge. There is a problem here, which is that Nathaniel really wants to punch this Emergent Monstrosity, and he just can't. Because the conductor's coming, right? And we're trying to stay ahead of the conductor. All right, well, we'll think about it. Regardless, is that Mythos? Discard 3. And Grappling Horror was Rex's encounter. Yeah, so we did that. Investigation phase starts. We don't have I've Got a Plan, so Nathaniel just needs to do this. Monster Slayer. Fight 6, 7, 8, -1 against 3 is 7 against 3. Punching. -2 succeeds. We deal 2. And then we deal an additional damage from Nate's ability. Grappling Horror is dead. That's action 1. Action 2 and 3, discard Haunted. Rex. Pay 3. To get the other clue from this location. Walk into the train car here. You enter the train car, discard a single question mark or take a damage and a horror. Rise to the occasion seems fine. That card's terrible anyways. Nathaniel, what do you want to do? Do you want to follow here or do you want to wait? I think, the conductor is a problem, but we are also just, man, we really want that Emergent Monstrosity as the thing. Oh, wait, Nathaniel gets to search the top 9 because he just killed a monster. 1, 2, 3. Stand Together is a good one. It's going to be useful later. 1-2 Punch is good. I was really hoping for my other Get Over here. But 1-2 Punch will have to do. That card actually allows us to kill the conductor, so... I could move, kill the conductor, and then kill the Emergent Monstrosity. I'm just that good, right? Yeah, that's pretty solid. Okay, so... But then I still have to test speed, which could kill us because our speed sucks. I'll have to think about it. We could have Rex come and get us. 1, 2, 3. It's stupid, but it might be worth it, actually. Okay, Doom goes to 2. We're clipping. It's ridiculous. The rearmost car of the train detaches and is pulled backwards. Johor rises off the tracks and is consumed by the gate above you. Remove the leftmost location from the game or place in the victory display. Each investigator's the location defeated. Each enemy at an asset at that location is discarded. So that's removed from the game. Goodbye. This is discarded. That goes into Nathaniel's discard pile. Thank you. And during the enemy phase, the conductor moved into this area, right? Because we went to 2 Doom. Yeah, I think I skipped the enemy phase there. Okay, cool. Yeah, we skipped enemy. Did we skip upkeep? Teamwork and forbidden all. Yeah, we did. Okay. We just didn't do our phases. Solid. Okay, gotta stand together. That's fine. Did I shuffle? Ugh. I'm not well, let's shuffle and call it good, I guess. Stand together's not a good card for us, so that's the best way to resolve that, I guess. I'm pretty sure I shuffled, but yeah. Okay, Magnifying Glass is amazing and should be really, really strong here. Rex is probably just going to clear this train card, no problem, though. Okay, remove all clues controlled by investigators, so buy Rex's clues. Sorry, all 9 of you are gone. The terror grows larger, and you can feel the rearmost car of the train shaking as it is pulled backwards. The situation threatens to erupt into chaos as more passengers realize the danger they are in. Some passengers are looking for places to hide, while others are running about the compartments in terror. This has been stupid so far. Encounters. Infinite doorway. Attaches to your location. There's additional cost to move into or out of the attached location. Discard the top card of your deck. Okay, not great. Violent commands. Put violent commands into play in your threat area. Deal 2 damage to an investigator at your location. Discard violent commands. Otherwise, you have to test 3 will or take a horror every round. We will not be here enough rounds for that to matter, but that is interesting. An investigator at your location can include Rex. That's something I never knew, but it is true. You can hurt yourself. Not that you would. That's no fun, obviously. If you're playing team games, you gotta stab your partners. Okay, so we're gonna get risky, I think, with the boxing gloves, yeah? I think so. It's gonna cost us like infinite doorways, but we stand a decent chance of we can die from that, but I really want that victory point, and I also really want the conductor off my tail. Maybe we just use Rex to get Nathaniel. A daring save? I think that's right. I think that is correct. I think that's the best use of our time. Getting rid of the conductor this early would be good. The conductor's not going to flip again for a little bit of time, so this would be a good time to flip it, and then it would go like to this car later, which gives us some time to move into the other cars. I think that's worth it, and considering how far ahead we are, it's correct to do so. The main issue is the infinite doorway, which it's an additional cost to move into or out of. For each copy of the discarded card in your hand or play area, you can take horror. And we're going to trigger this 3 times for each of us. That's clearly madness, right? The emergent monstrosity might just be done for. Nathaniel could stay here or draw a card and try and get... Alright, investigation phase. I think Nathaniel starts by... We're not going to take a dive here. We're going to draw a card. Leadership. Cool. That gives us an extra question mark. Draw another card. Dr. Henry. Play Dr. Henry. That's resources. It's good. Okay, that's our turn, and Henry will soak a big hit from us, which is nice. Yeah, I think I like that better. It's still kind of meh, because, like, we're stuck back here fighting monsters, but Rex is dropping a magnifying glass for free. Investigating... Rex, I've been reading your books wrong. Oh. I hope that didn't matter. Life's really easy when you're investigating at 4. Okay, let's review the tape, see if we picked up any clues off of Rex's ability that we shouldn't have. And for each clue that we shouldn't have, we'll put an extra one on passenger car, or lose an action. I don't know. This is interesting. Let's find out. Now, I don't know. Going back through the tape is just like, I feel like that's something that we shouldn't be doing too often. I could just skip my turn. That seems like a reasonable punishment for what we've done so far. Yeah, I'll skip my turn and we'll make a will test here. 3 against 3. Fail, take a horror. Yeah, that's a pretty significant punishment for forgetting some clues, and I think that's right. Okay, so enemy phase, or for boosting one of our stats. Conductor moves to our location, engages with you, and makes an immediate attack, which deals 1 to Henry Armitage, 1 to Henry Armitage. I could just kill Henry Armitage, honestly, but I think I'd actually rather take the damage here. Upkeep, resource and a card. Create seems fine. Resource and a card. Seleno Fragments, good if we can actually get the cards, but not currently good otherwise. Okay. Mythos. Doom goes up to 1. Counters your dealt. Idle Hands. Okay, that's 2 damage for actions. I like it. Violent Commands. Again. Okay. We might spend one of those to deal some damage to ourselves here, because I don't want to make that many will tests every turn. Investigation Phase. Okay. Nathaniel. 1-2 punch. Fighting. Yep. Yeah, we've been messing that up. I really should have reset these tokens. Of course, Nathaniel doesn't have a base skill value of 6. Did I fail anything by 1? Okay, checking the tape, it looks like I wasn't even referencing this, and I was constantly saying that, like, oh, I'm fighting at +3, I'm 8 against 4. So I think we did fine. I definitely fought a couple of monsters that I could have fought at different values, and but it doesn't look like I actually damaged anything I shouldn't have, and I fought this thing 8 against 4, which was 5 plus 6, 7, 8, and then it was 7 against 4, and I committed a Monster Slayer. So we're all good. Just a bit of an adventure. Okay, so anyways, let's get back to it. This is going to be a pretty simple one, right? We're going to 1-2 punch, which was what we were doing. Okay, so it is Investigator Phase, and we're 1-2 punching the Conductor as our first action. We are fighting at 5, 6, 7, 8 against 3. I am happy with that. A Bless succeeds, and I get to return the better 1-2 punch to my hand. That's really good. So deal 2 damage to it. And then punch again, this time at an even higher value. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 against 3. -2 succeeds. Conductor takes 2 damage and is discarded and attached to the agenda. I hope. There we go. All right, that's action 1, action 2. Action 3, take 2 damage. That's not an action, it's a reaction. Take 2 damage to get a third action. So we flip that back over. Oh, wait. Let me search the top 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Man, no luck here. I guess we take the stand together? Okay. I don't want to leave the infinite doorway right now, because that emergent monstrosity is just too interesting. So I'm gonna draw another card. Vicious Blow. Gonna draw another card. Get over here. Play that right now during my last reaction window. Scoop this guy. And fight him. 5, 6, 7. No bonuses against 4. I could throw the 1-2 punch at it, but I think we're going to throw teamwork instead. 8 against 4. I'll use leadership as well. 9 against 4. Skull, that's a total of 3. So, kill the emergent monstrosity. Goodbye, friend. All right, that was an interesting turn. All 3 actions used up, and used 2 lightning bolt actions. Feel pretty good about that. Okay. Rex, hi. You're going to do an investigate, probably. 5 against 1. A Bless succeeds. You can choose instead to automatically fail to draw 3 cards. 2 clues and that kind of tempo, or 3 cards and extra books for later. I'll take the 3 cards this time. Ah! Over here, Rex. Okay. Throw another magnifying glass down. Investigate 6 against 1. -1 succeeds by 2, so we get to take both of these clues. And for our last section, we're going to stab ourselves. Ow. All right, we make a will test, 3. Don't have more to throw at that, so 3 against 3. 0 succeeds, we don't take a horror. Nice. Enemy phase. The conductor's dead. Upkeep. Resource and a card. Somehow not at 8. Resource and a card. Perception level 2. Good times. Seleno Fragments gives us another book now, which I love. That's quite a bit. I'm going to start basically, I think basically for every card that actually gives an associated stat, I'm just going to start counting it like that. I don't think it's a good idea to keep altering these because stuff like that can happen and that'll be bad for tracking. We don't like that. Okay. Mythos, the Doom goes to 2. So the conductor's going to spawn again and it'll probably spawn here, but I will be long gone by then. Encounters. We got the broken rails. Each investigator location loses an action. Each investigator location with 4 or more damage must also discard an asset he or she controls. I have 4 or more damage, so I have to discard an asset I control. I'm terribly sorry, Dr. Henry Armitage. And Nate only has 2 actions this round. Resurgent Evils. Top 2 cards of the encounter deck. Mysterious Chanting. Find a cultist, put it somewhere. I know where we're going to put it, and I know what it's going to be. It is going to be the Wizard of the Order. And he's going to be right there. Encounter 2. Grappling Horror spawns on Rex. That is indeed a problem. But I think we'll be okay. Nathaniel's got 2 actions, and that's all the actions Nathaniel needs because Nathaniel's dumb. All right. Okay, that's Mythos. Investigation phase. Nathaniel, hi. Move. 1-2 punch is great here, but I think we're going to use Monster Slayer. Fighting 7 against 3 right now. Maybe just throw Greet Wagner at this. Oh, wait, Rex, do you have anything to commit? Nope. Wait, I've got plan. Do you have any clues? You can almost kill this thing yourself. In fact, you can kill this thing yourself. Okay, before Nathaniel fights. Also, Nathaniel's going to have to discard to Infinite Doorway. Let's not forget that. Let's do 1, 2, 3. I've got a plan. Fight using book. Throw a level 3 perception at it. And a working hunch for 5 additional. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 against 3. Skull succeeds by 2 or more, so we deal 3 damage to it. I draw 2 cards from Perception. One of which is Rex's Curse. We succeeded at skill test. We now return the revealed chaos token to the bag and reveal a new chaos token. It won't trigger for this one, but it'll trigger for the next one. If it fails, Rex's Curse goes back into our deck. Oh, boy, okay. That'll get nasty pretty fast. Exciting. But regardless, Rex kills that, and then he should move to the next location, but I think instead we're going to gain a resource. Play a Seleno Fragments. Don't forget to stop drawing cards into Nathaniel's setup. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We still want the extra book, but we don't have it yet, so we'll get there. Oh, this is a hand slot, and the flashlight is also a hand slot. I'm being bad. So we're actually going to gain nothing, and if I move into the train car, I'll have to discard. So instead, we're just going to draw 2 cards. Draw and draw. Emergency Cache is nice, but I've got Burning Midnight Oil, and that's better. Okay, neat. You have 2 actions, so you move. You have to discard 2 Mysterious Doorway, which we're now going to leave at that location. Discard the top card of your deck. If it's a weakness, you draw it. Otherwise, you're going to take some damage. Oh, no! Our brother. Oh, brother. Okay, well, that's fine. That's action 1. Action 2, stand together. 2 resources. 2 resources for Rex. Seems good. Enemy phase. No enemies. Upkeep. Resource and a card. Clean them out. Resource and a card. Deduction. Level 2. Okay. We go to the Mythos. The Doom goes to 3. The agenda flips and the conductor spawns at the leftmost location, which will be here, but he'll move again in just a second, I think. The next train car is ripped backwards with violent force. A middle-aged man hangs from his fingertips as the car flies unhindered towards the rift. In moments, the car is consumed whole, and the man lets go rather than be pulled into the void. He starts to fall, but is caught by the rift's force and pulled inside it anyways. Remove the leftmost location from the game, or place it in the victory display if it has victory X and no clues on it. Each investigated location is defeated. Each enemy and asset at the location is discarded. Discard all clues controlled by the investigators. Goodbye, Rex's 2 clues for I've Got a Plan. Wizard of the Order, dead. This guy goes up here, and this is deleted. It's not a train car that has a victory point on it, so we don't care. This one had a victory point on it, but we got kind of unlucky with this train, I think. Okay, that's the Mythos. Encounters. Claws of Steam, test 3 will. If you fail, take 2 damage and you can't move. We'd really like to succeed this one. Throw another stand together and a clean him out at this to make it 5 will against. Maybe the physical training too. 5 will against is as good as I can do, I think. Really need to succeed by 3, so. Good enough. Alright, Rex. Claws of Steam, test 3 will. Don't forget to test 3 will for violent commands as well. So let's do violent commands first. That was end of round and we forgot it. Boop. -5 fails. We take a horror. And Claws of Steam, test 3 will. We want to succeed this and then fail it, so Rex's curse goes away. -5. Did I remember to do that? No, yeah, I drew that off perception, so that was our only skill test that round. -5 fails. We take 2 damage and can't move from this location this round, and we have to assign it to our assets, which we don't have any. Oh, that really hurt, though. Yikes. Ooh, that actually is very scary. Okay, well, Rex can't move this turn, which is annoying because the conductor's chasing him, but investigation phase. Rex, draw a card, deal 2 damage to Nathaniel so that you don't have to deal with that anymore because that's going to be too much otherwise. Seeking answers would be great, but we can't do that here. We have to wait. Seleno Fragments. It's an additional book. Return Magnifying Glass to our hand. Seleno Fragments. Cool. That costs us 1 resource, but it's a bonus book and potentially bonus will. We're at 8 cards. We're not going to get the bonus will very often because we aren't going to have 10 cards like ever, but notable. Drew a card. Seleno Fragments. I actually still get 1 more action here. Emergency Cache. Gain 3 resources. Seems high. Pretty bad, but overall, whatever. Nathaniel, hi. You're going to play Greet Wagner because this is the time for it. You're going to play Physical Training because this is the time for it. Then I guess you draw a card. Overpower seems great. Enemy phase. The conductor moves 1 closer. Doom is currently at 0. 4 until the back 2 cards go. Good to know. Upkeep. Resource and a card. Evidence. Sweet. Resource and a card. Survival Instinct. Cool. Mythos. Counters after Doom goes to 1. Please go to 1, Doom. Thank you. Need for Knowledge. If you have no clues, Need for Knowledge gains Surge. Otherwise, test X. Okay, so it gains Surge. Helpless Bystander. Also has Surge. Broken Rails. Each investigator at your location loses 1 action, and also must discard an asset they control. Jeez. Alright, Physical Training's gone, I guess, and so is Magnifying Glass. Rude. Okay. Well, that was a rough series. Idle hands. Take 2 damage to get an additional rack. Oh. Okay, we really need some sort of damage soaker here, because like Rex is actually like at 5 and can't take damage, and he's just going to take horror from this thing every turn. Regardless, that's fine. Okay, so the bystanders at our location, we're going to parlay with it for sure. Okay. So Rex is our advancer. Whereas Nathaniel's our fighter. We can both go into the train car, but we kind of have to go separately, or... No, I guess it's fine. Rex can parlay with the helpless passenger. It gives him a damage soak, which is something he desperately needs. Then he can move into the next location. Nathaniel's going to safeguard with him, most likely. 2 will or take 2 horror. Okay. What you got? Any will? Not a dang one. Okay, 2 horror. That's annoying. I also discarded a card I shouldn't have. No, wait, I did use violent commands on Nathaniel. So, okay. Cool. So, and then Nathaniel, are you coming with? You don't have will icons either, but you can afford to take 2 horror. 1 on you, 1 on Greet. And you're following with Safeguard. Cool. So we've established that. That's action 2 for Rex. Action 3 for Rex is to investigate. I'm quite certain we're going to use deduction, so it's fast action, magnifying glass. So that's a total bonus of 6, 7, 8 from deduction. Nine from forbidden knowledge against what? 2? No. 8 against 2 is... -5 is what? I go to 3. So yeah, this gives us the guaranteed 2 against as long as we hit anything. I hope. -2 succeeds by 2 or more, so we pick up all 4 clues off this location because Rex Murphy just doesn't know how to quit. And that is Rex's entire turn. Feels like I'm cheating. Rex Murphy's just as broken as they say. Oh, wait. Hang on a sec. We gotta we succeeded a skill test, so we have to... Alright, cool. That's our first skill test that we've succeeded. Do we do anything else that would require a skill test? Nope. Okay. Nathaniel, hi. Move into the engine car? I don't know if that's dangerous or not, but it seems fine. Next location, can't be investigated. After you reveal engine car, put the set-aside engineer in the player at the engine car. Okay. So this is one of the new ones. The engineer is Peretti. Parlay, test will, or 4 book. If you succeed, take control of engineer. If you already control engineer, discover a clue from your location instead. Any investigator at engineer's location may trigger this action. When engineer would be discarded, instead heal all damage and horror from it, lose control of it, and exhaust it. Okay, so we have to protect him and use him to get all the clues in this area. Although it can't be investigated, but it can be hit with evidence. So, and we can also get them from seeking answers. Can I discover additional clues at parallel locations? I cannot, but that's still pretty good. Okay, so that's the end of the investigation phase. Enemy phase, the conductor moves 1 to the right. Upkeep, resource in a cart. Resource in a cart. Elder Sign Amulet. Do we actually still have that teamwork? We do not. But take a horror from idle hands at the end of our turn. Yeah, so that's supposed to happen at the end of Rex's round, but we'll probably play the Elder Sign Amulet from here on out. Okay. Mythos. Doom goes to 2 out of 4. We are so far ahead of the Mythos right now. Encounters. I want monsters to fight. I'll draw the top 2 cards. Haunting Recollections. For each card in your hand, if there's this, it's just such an annoying one. All right, so you take a horror to a maximum of 3 horror, which is pretty bad. Dodge, Evidence, Overpower, Vicious Blow, 1/2 Punch. If there's a copy of that card, I think 1/2 Punch qualifies. Overpower qualifies. Vicious Blow? Nope. How about Dodge? Nope. Evidence? Nope. Oh, this Idle Hands needs to go in this discard pile. Okay, so 2 horror. Apply 1 to Nathaniel and potentially 1 to Greet. No, definitely not 1 to Greet, because Greet's, yeah. Okay, and then you still get a second one. Is that correct, Nathaniel? Yes. Things to murder. Okay, this is disgusting. Engineers? We don't need no stinking engineers. All right. Rex, what you got? Helpless passenger? You know what? That's fine. Okay. This is going to be the dumbest investigation phase ever. Action 1. Seeking answers. Investigate. The strat value is 2. I don't need to succeed by a lot here, so we're just going to test 6 against 2. Definitely want to commit at least 1 more to that. I'll throw Burning the Midnight Oil at that. 7 against 2. 0 succeeds. Redraw from Rex's Curse. Do I reveal another token? I return the revealed chaos token to the bag. Reveal another token. 0 succeeds again, so Rex's Curse doesn't go away, but we do get to discover 2 clues from among my location and connecting locations. 1, 2. That's action 1. Action 2, play Elder Sign Amulet. Action 3, move into the engine car. I want to do this engineer list because it's funny. But apart from that, I'm good. Oh, actually, no, forget Elder Sign Amulet. We're going to move into the engine car, and then we're going to do I've Got a Plan. Is that risky? It's very risky. We don't actually have the bonus book from the Solano fragments at the moment, because I used Seeking Answers, so I shouldn't have gotten the... I still succeeded by a lot, because I revealed a 0, so... Interestingly, Rex's Curse can, like, you can get, like, a -4 and then shuffle it back in and reveal a new one. And, like, it'll give you, like, it could give you a 0 and you could succeed by 2 or more instead. It's kind of cute. Regardless, so, yeah, no, we'll play the Elder Sign Amulet. I'm not going to be able to fight here without damaging Nate, so that seems fine. Okay, end of turn, take a horror. Nathaniel, it's all you, bud. Okay, we got a very simple thing to do. Oh, it's 1/2 punch, isn't it? 1/2 punch, automatically succeed, deal 2 damage. Then Vicious Blow on top for a +3, +2, +5, +1. Speaking of which, give Greet that +1. Okay, so how much is this? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 against 4. Is that right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 against 4. This 1/2 punch. 12 against 4? It's a bad one, right? You fail, choose... Okay, it's not that bad. So I deal 2 damage. I don't get the additional from Nathaniel because I did it for the first bit. But I do get the Vicious Blow damage, which kills the Emergent Monstrosity. That goes in the victory pile. Deal a damage to Greet Wagner. Discover a clue at my location without investigating. Evidence. Oh, we're supposed to advance when the engine car happens. A tender car filled with coal blocks your way to the engine cab. Swallowing your fury, you climb out the nearby window and clamber up onto the roof of the train, making your way across the tender car. The steady backwards motion of the train makes it difficult for you to keep your footing. As you get close, the winged creature swoops down from above. Its body composed of piping hot steam. You must decide choose one. Test 3 to endure the creature's extreme heat. If you fail, the creature flies through you and he burns you and you suffer physical trauma. Nathaniel's the one who entered the train car, so we're going to test 6, 7, 8 against 3. We're fine. Cool. And what about this act? If there's no clues in the engine car, immediately advance. Okay, so bad on me to not advance the act, but you managed to make it to the engine car. Now you have to get the engine started again so you can outrun the force pulling the gate. The engine roars to life and kicks into motion. You shovel coal into the engine's firebox and are relieved to see that the train is moving forward along the tracks once again. That was pretty peak Rex and Nathaniel. Like, made some mistakes. All of them were like in my favor, so I had to like do things to like make them not in my favor, but yeah, I mean, that was pretty disgusting. So we killed 2 emergent monstrosities. We got the victory 1 value on the engine car. And we should clear the victory 1 value in the parlor car. Not a very lucky set of engine cars overall. I think there are quite a few more experience-worthy ones in the setup, but still, that's a total of 4 victory points. Let's see exactly what it all ends up being. Okay, you breathe a sigh of relief as the gate behind the train collapses harmlessly upon itself. The few passengers who survived the ordeal seem unable to comprehend what just happened. One passenger mentions a pipe bursting in the rear car, and that quickly becomes the explanation for the innocent and the ignorant, those who either cannot or choose not to delve further into the mystery. You, on the other hand, know better, although in hindsight, you wish you didn't. Each investigator earns experience equal to the Victory X value of the cards in the victory display. A conductor is still a turn behind us. Yeah, blew that scenario away. Just absolutely disgusting. So, for experience, let's go into upgrades. I think we got some time for that potentially. Okay. Glimpse the Unthinkable, draws a card, shuffle a bunch of cards back into your deck, and then draw that many cards. It's okay. I think Preposterous Sketches is actually really strong here. 0 cost, draw 3 cards. It's just way too good, and should help us tremendously with activating higher education and tomes. Deduction level 2. So I think I should restart this one now, because I'm pretty sure that I can't take deduction level 2, and we should get a new draft on that. Let me just double check that that's a thing. ArkhamDB.com. My decks. No, Rex definitely has both deductions. And we don't, for us, like, if we get something that we already have 2 copies of, it's worth it to just like set that up again. So Preposterous Sketches for 2 experience, and then we have another 2 experience option. Okay, once again. Already got 2 magnifying glasses. Try that one more time. Witten Green, Hunter of Rare Books. Gives us a book for a tome or relic asset, and also allows us to search the top 9 when we enter new locations. It's not an insane Rex Murphy card, but it is a solid additional ally on top of Dr. Milan Christopher, and seems like the only card here that's worth a dang for Rex. Machete's not really going to do much. It's it gives us 3 fight and 2 damage consistently, but yeah, Witten Green is going to give us books, and books is something that Rex actually needs, so seems fine. Maybe we'll get a charisma later on, that'll be nice. But beyond that, okay, so upgrade time. We entered 4, and what did we get? We got a Cryptic Writings and a Witten Green. I'm thinking Leather Jacket might be gone here. Or Rise to the Occasion. We no longer really need Rise to the Occasion quite as badly. So it might be better to actually have a Witten Green, and definitely want the Burning Midnight Oils. Still pretty happy with the Forbidden Knowledge. Leather Jacket is pretty good. Alright, well let's get Witten Green, level 2. And then we're also going to get... We could ditch a Dr. Milan. Our resources aren't really, like, struggling, but I think 3 allies is actually the correct number of allies. The Seleno fragments are pretty meaningless, and the flashlight is still good, actually. The flashlight's been very powerful, like, pretty much the entire time that we've used it. It's not action efficient, but it is action efficient because it allows Rex to very consistently investigate high-value locations without contributing a lot of skill tests. And it pairs okay with the magnifying glasses and the Seleno fragments. I think we have enough hand slots that we're not, like, juggling too much. Our body slot is still pretty good. Rex really needs it, because he just needs that health. Witten's got some Sanity Soak going on, which is kind of nice. We could ditch the Elder Sign Amulet completely, which would be kind of sad because it's the Elder Sign Amulet, but I've got so much Horror Soak now. The other thing I could ditch is Working a Hunch. I think it's a, I don't know, it commits for 2 books, which is just always good. But we've also got like a level 2 perception, a ton of really interesting skills. The manual dexterities come in handy every time. The inquiring minds are amazing. Hyper awareness is still pretty good. Forbidden knowledge is like, eh. I need healing. We want our cryptic writings is the main thing. Working a Hunch gives us card disadvantage, which kind of works against some of Rex's things, but it's also just straight resource conversion into actions in a way that is very beneficial to us. I'd be tempted to say Disc of Insomnia, but I don't really like that either. What about Survival Instinct? That's been good so far. There's been some like hunting monsters that have made it very, very difficult to deal with that, and it should be good again when we start dealing with rampaging Yogg-Sothoths or whatever they're called. Like all the cards that give us additional actions are just very, very strong. Hyper awareness is like one of my weakest cards, but it's also one that like does actually give me some really good benefits. Cryptic writings has to fit in here somewhere because it's just 0 cost. You get a bunch of cards. So there's got to be a place for it. Disc of Insomnia seems like one of the most likely spots, seeing as it's a heavy resource slot that also like doesn't really work for us all that well later in the game when there's a lot more elites. I think I'm inclined to say Disc of Insomnia. Now, Disc of Insomnia kills Will-o'-the-Wisps. Anything that kills Will-o'-the-Wisps is just really, really good. So this is really hard. I think the painkillers are still amazing. I think Forbidden Knowledge has sort of reached its apex. But we've been reasonably happy with it. We're definitely not getting speed off Wit and Green. So it's got to be Working a Hunch. That's really weird. But that's what it is. Because we're not damaging our economy for this, and... oh, not cryptic writings, cryptic research. No. What is it called? It's a 2 cost. Level 1 to 5. And you just draw 3 cards. Cryptic research, cryptic writings. I know it wasn't cryptic writings. It's preposterous sketches. Level 2. There we go. All right. And then we'll check for that 1 missing experience on Rex as we do our editing and see if we can figure out what's going on with it, because he's currently at 19 experience required. Wait, 19 experience required. Excuse me, what happened? Is that right? We are at 13. No. Okay, let's get my other deck here. How much does Nathaniel currently have? 14. How'd we end up at 19? Added a preposterous sketches. Added a Wit and Green. We had 13 before. Oh, I see. When I accidentally deleted that Disc of Insomnia, I added the better one in. Oop. All right. So we'll have to see if we can find that other 1 cost experience card. I think, like, honestly, it might be a card that we might not even want on our deck, but we'll see if we can find it. Okay. So that's Rex. Now Nathaniel. Oh no, I broke it. I gotta redo it. Okay. Okay, we're all set for Nathaniel. We got 4 XP and looks like the right setup. Cards to select from 3, everything's good. Okay. Upgraded Beep Cop's very strong. It loses us clues discovering, which is something I really love about Greed. But it gives us tons of extra damage and a really decent soak option, and upgraded allies are still really, really good in this. The only other thing that we might consider is Relic Hunter if we somehow have like a lot of accessories. Now, yeah, we're just going to upgrade our normal beat cop to a better beat cop and be happy with that, I think. Okay, evidence level 2 is very good. Mono a mono is also very good. This is only as your first action, and it deals 3 damage to an enemy without anything happening. You do have to be engaged with the enemy, which is not always easy. So mono a mono is 2 to just get a really, really sweet way to damage some enemies. I don't think it's terrible. It doesn't work on Will-o'-the-Wisps. It doesn't work on a lot of the things that we're trying to fight. And it's only 2 extra damage Teslas, which surprisingly is like not that great. We could just replace the teamwork with it though and be pretty happy. The other thing we could do is upgrade evidence, and that would get us the ability to discover a bunch of clues off of killing enemies, which no, I think mono a mono is better. We need spirits, and spirits are the thing that we pull off our boxing gloves, so it's just better to have a lot of them, and the teamwork is a tactic that doesn't work for us. So that gives us beat cop and mono a mono. This is a pretty easy set of upgrades. We ditch teamwork, we ditch beat cop, and we're good to go. But already the decks are looking pretty well upgraded. We got some good bonuses and stuff. Beat cop 2. There you go. Mono a mono 2. There's a mono 1. Interesting. Oh, deal 1 damage to him too. Okay, it's not a fight action. That's interesting. And then we got to cut a teamwork, because I just don't end up using that very much. Okay, that's really strong. Looks great. And these guys are ready to go. They're pretty solid. Cool. So we'll go on a little quest for the missing experience, and then we'll be ready for the next one. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm M. I'm here on M Plays, and you can also find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/locopojo, and YouTube at youtube.com/locopojo if you're interested in my card game reviews for Eternal. All right. Cheers so much. Thanks for watching. See you next time.